We start in Sudan. Security forces have strengthened its grip. It comes despite increasing pressure from the international community. For more on that, let's talk to Musab Mohsin Ibrahin in Sudan's capital, Khartoum. Thank you very much for joining us. So we've seen more people joining in the protest, state oil company workers and doctors alike, while the military tighten its grip. Tell us more about the security situation in the country right now.
Well, now the situation, was the protest last night, and most of the people went asking for democracy as usual. They locked down all the streets and some bridge, and there is no movement between the cities and the neighbors. And there was no arrested, was mentioned there was arrested, but wasn't arrested, and because the state of emergency. And about the situation, they opened the airport last night, and the general manager, Commander Al-Burhan, he was dismissal the manager of the civil aviations, and he was dismissal 6 ambassadors from countries, most of them the Washington and the Paris and Belgium. And there was the ambassador, they met the Prime Minister Abdullah Hamidok and to make sure he is good, but they not announce any news about what's happened with them. And the African Union was showing the worries about the Sudan and the problem and the procedure that was being done by the General Commander Al-Burhan.
And also, Musab, we know Western envoys...
And then there was...
Right, carry on.
Yes, there was a meeting between the Saudian ambassador and the General Burhan, and the General Commander Al-Burhan was committing to follow the constitutional document. This is all he promises. But they don't have any declaration about what's happened in details.
Yes. And in another development, we know Western envoys met with Prime Minister Hamdok in his residence, while on the other hand, state media reports that Khartoum relieved 6 ambassadors from 6 countries to Sudan. So it looks like reaching out to international community is not a priority for the military right now. Tell us more about the whole momentum. Where are they heading?
Yes, the international community that was showing their worries, and most of them they was rejecting what's happening, and some of them they was keeping eye, and we can say like all of them they were trying to reject it what's happening, and they call it like a coup. And the general manager, he's declared that this is not a coup, this is kind of correction for the revolutions, and all of them they rejected everything, and all of them they're against what's happening in Sudan.
Let me follow on the situation a little bit more, Musab. Tell us more about the people's general mood there. We heard about the protest, but what about the majority of the people? What are they saying about this sudden change in Sudan politics? And what about media? Are they free to conduct interviews? Are they free to talk to people?
Yes, most of the people they want in the street, they asking, they said this is the coup and this is kind of cheating to the revolutions. We cannot accept it any kind of, this is kind of procedure because we didn't make a deal for this. And the reason that we wanted the street, we went for the transmission government. And this is the reason, and everybody wasn't like the situation is happening in Sudan. So that's why all of them, they went and asking for democracy.
Thank you very much, Musab Mohsin Ibrahin.
And there was an housing for, yeah.
Yes, carry on.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
And there was